It's 6 o'clock in the morning. The room is still dark, and it's very quiet. I reach out my hand and I find my phone on the table. I don't even think about it. My thumb moves across the screen. Swipe. Tap. Suddenly, I'm looking at photos of a cat in Japan and a person making a giant cake in London. I don't know why I opened the app. I didn't even decide to do it. My body just did it.
I know that feeling so well, Alex. For me, it happens when I'm waiting for the kettle to boil. I just need 2 minutes for my tea. I'm standing there, looking at the water. Then, without a plan, my phone is in my hand. I'm looking at the news, or my emails, or a video of someone dancing. The water starts to boil, the steam is everywhere, and I realize I've been staring at a screen for 5 minutes. I wasn't even bored. I was just there.
It's like our hands have their own brain, isn't it? Welcome to Pod Studio. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma.
Before we start, if you want more fun English podcasts like this, hit the subscribe button right now and join our English learning family.
It really helps us grow. Today, we are talking about that exact moment. Why do we open apps on our phones without knowing why? Why do we do it when we are tired, or busy, or even when we are happy?
It's a big part of our daily life now. We want to talk about this because it happens to everyone. It's not a problem to solve, really. It's just something interesting to notice about ourselves. So, if you are listening to this while you walk, or cook, or just sit on the sofa, relax. Just listen to the English and think about your own phone habits.
You said something interesting, Alex. You said your thumb moves before you think. There is a word for that, right? We call it a habit.
Yes, a habit. That means something you do again and again until you don't have to think about it anymore, like brushing your teeth or putting on your seatbelt in a car. You just do it.
But a phone habit feels different. When I brush my teeth, I know I'm doing it because I want clean teeth. But when I open a social media app at the bus stop, I don't always have a reason. I call it phantom scrolling.
Phantom scrolling. That's a funny phrase. A phantom is like a ghost, right? Something you can't really see or touch?
Exactly. It's like a ghost is moving my fingers. I'm scrolling through a feed. Scrolling means moving your finger up and down the screen to see more pictures or text. But my mind is somewhere else. I'm not actually reading. I'm just moving.
I do that at work sometimes. I'm writing a report. It's a bit difficult. I stop for a second to think of a word. The next thing I know, I'm looking at a website about old cars. I don't even remember picking up the phone. It's like my brain wants to escape for a moment.
Escape. That's a good word. It means to get away from something. Maybe the work is a bit boring or a bit hard, so your brain says, hey, let's go somewhere easy for a minute.
Yes, but the strange thing is, it doesn't feel like a rest. When I put the phone down, I feel more tired, not less. Do you feel that?
I do. It's because our brains are taking in so much input. Input is just a way to say information that goes into our heads. Images, sounds, words, colors. It's a lot for the brain to process. To process means to organize and understand that information. Even if the videos are funny, your brain is still working hard to see them.
That's a good point. It's like eating snacks when you aren't hungry. You taste the salt and the sugar, but your body doesn't actually need the food. So you just feel a bit full and uncomfortable later.
I had a strange moment yesterday. I was walking in the park. It was a beautiful day. The trees were yellow and orange because it's autumn. I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket. You know, that little buzz feeling.
I know it. We call that a notification, a little message to tell you something happened.
Right, so I took the phone out. It was just an email about a sale at a shoe store. Not important. But then I stayed on the phone. I walked for 10 minutes through the beautiful park looking at the screen. I didn't look at the trees once. I felt so silly when I finally put the phone away.
Don't be hard on yourself, Emma. I think the people who make these apps are very clever. They design them to be addictive. That's a strong word, but it means something that makes you want to do it more and more.
How do they do that?
Well, think about the colors. The red little circles for messages. Red is a color that says, look at me. Or the way you can scroll forever. There's no end to the page. They call it infinite scrolling. Infinite means it never stops. It goes on and on.
Infinite, like the stars in the sky. But instead of stars, it's just photos of people's dinner.
Exactly. It's designed so your brain never finds a stopping point. In the old days, when you read a magazine, you reached the last page. You closed the magazine, you were finished. But with a phone, you are never finished.
That's why it's so hard to put down. I find myself doing it late at night, too. I'm in bed, I'm tired, I should sleep, but I think just one more video, then one more, then another.
We call that revenge bedtime procrastination. That's a very long name. Let's break it down. Bedtime is when you go to sleep. Procrastination means waiting to do something you should do, usually because you don't want to do it.
And revenge, like when someone is mean to you, so you are mean back.
Yes, the idea is that your day was so busy and you had no time for yourself, so you take revenge on your busy day by staying up late to play on your phone. You feel like this is my time now.
Oh, I feel that deeply. I feel like I finally have control. No one is asking me for help. No one is sending me work tasks. It's just me and the screen. But the revenge is actually against myself because I'm the one who will be tired the next morning.
It's a trap. A trap is a situation that is hard to get out of. But I think it's important to say that we aren't bad people for doing this. We are just humans with very powerful technology in our pockets.
I agree. Sometimes I feel guilty about it. Guilty means you feel bad because you think you did something wrong. I think I should be reading a book or I should be learning a new language.
But sometimes we just need to switch off. That's a common expression. It means to stop thinking about serious things or work.
True, but is the phone actually helping us switch off, or is it just making us numb? Numb means you can't feel anything, like when your foot falls asleep and it feels tingly and strange.
That's a deep question. I think for me, it depends on the app. If I'm looking at art or listening to music, I feel inspired. If I'm just looking at people arguing about politics, I feel numb and a bit sad.
I noticed that I open my phone more when I'm feeling a bit anxious. Anxious is when you are a little bit worried or nervous about something. Maybe I'm worried about a meeting. I open my phone to stop the feeling. It's a distraction.
A distraction. Something that takes your attention away from what you were feeling or doing. It's like a blanket. You pull the blanket over your head so you don't see the room.
Yes, but when I put the phone down, the worry is still there. It didn't go away. It just waited for me.
I've started trying something new. It's very simple. I call it the 5-second rule. Not for food on the floor, but for my phone. Before I tap an app, I count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Does it work?
Most of the time, yes. Usually, by the time I get to 3, I realize I don't actually want to open the app. I was just bored for a second. In those 5 seconds, I catch myself. That means I notice what I'm doing before I do it.
I like that, to catch yourself. It's like being your own friend and saying, hey, are you sure you want to do that?
Exactly. And if I still want to open the app after 5 seconds, I do it. And I don't feel guilty, because now it's a choice, not just a habit.
I tried something different last week. I changed my screen to grayscale. That means everything is just black and white. No colors. No bright red, no bright blue.
Wow. How did that feel?
It was so boring. Everything looked like an old newspaper. My favorite apps didn't look fun anymore. And you know what? I used my phone much less. I realized I was hooked on the bright colors.
Hooked like a fish on a hook. You were caught.
Yes, without the colors, the magic was gone. I put the phone down and I actually looked out the window. I saw a bird building a nest. It was much more interesting than a black and white video of a cat.
It's funny how we have to trick ourselves to live a normal life now. We have to change the colors of our phones just to look at a bird.
It is strange, but it's the world we live in. I don't want to throw my phone in the river. I love my phone. I can talk to my mom in another country. I can find a map when I'm lost. It's a tool.
Right, a tool like a hammer or a screwdriver. You use a hammer to put a nail in the wall. You don't sit and stare at the hammer for 4 hours.
Imagine that. What are you doing, Alex? Oh, just looking at my hammer. It's very interesting.
Exactly. That sounds crazy, but that's what we do with phones. We forget they are tools. We start to think they are, I don't know, a part of our bodies.
I've noticed people in restaurants lately. Sometimes a whole family is sitting together. There's delicious food on the table, but everyone is looking at their own phone. No one is talking. It makes me feel a bit lonely just watching them.
Lonely. That's a sad feeling. Even when you are with people, you can feel alone. I think when we are on our phones, we are somewhere else. We aren't in the restaurant. We are in the digital world.
My friend calls it phubbing. Have you heard that word?
Phubbing? No. What does it mean?
It's a mix of the words phone and snubbing. To snub someone means to ignore them or be a bit rude to them. So phubbing is when you ignore the person you are with because you are looking at your phone.
Oh, that's a great word. Phubbing. I've definitely been phubbed before. It doesn't feel good. It feels like the person is saying, this screen is more important than you.
And the person usually doesn't mean to be mean. They are just pulled in by the phone. Again, it's that habit.
I think we need to learn how to be bored again.
Being bored? That sounds terrible, Alex.
I know. We hate being bored. But when we are bored, our brains start to wander. To wander means to move around without a plan. When your mind wanders, you have new ideas. You think about your life. You remember things.
You're right. Some of my best ideas for work come when I'm just washing the dishes or walking to the store. Because I'm not looking at a screen, my brain has space to play.
Space to play. I love that. If our brains are always full of input from the phone, there's no space for our own thoughts.
So maybe the next time I'm waiting for the kettle to boil, I will just wait.
It's hard. Those 2 minutes feel like an hour when you aren't doing anything.
It is hard. I might feel a bit itchy. Itchy is when you want to scratch your skin, but I mean it in a mental way, like my brain is reaching for the phone.
If you can wait past that itchy feeling, something nice happens. You start to notice the sound of the water. You notice the light in the kitchen. You feel your feet on the floor. You come back to the present.
The present, meaning right here, right now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, and not on the internet.
Exactly. It's a quiet feeling. It's not exciting like a video, but it's peaceful.
I think many of our listeners are trying to find that balance. A balance is when two things are equal, like work and play, or phone time and real life time.
It's a journey. A journey is a long trip. We don't change our habits in one day. We just try, and then we fail, and then we try again.
I failed this morning. I spent 20 minutes looking at old shoes on a shopping app. I didn't even buy any shoes.
And that's okay. You noticed it. That's the first step. You caught yourself.
I did. I said, Emma, you have enough shoes. Put the phone down and drink your coffee. And I did. The coffee was actually still warm. It was a small win.
A win is a small success. We should celebrate those.
We talked about many things today, Alex. We talked about phantom scrolling and phubbing. We talked about how apps are designed to be addictive with infinite scrolling.
And we talked about revenge bedtime procrastination. I think that's my favorite new phrase. It explains so much about why I'm tired on Monday mornings.
If you are listening to this, maybe you can try one small thing today. Maybe the 5-second rule. Or maybe just leaving your phone in another room for 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes. See how it feels. You might feel itchy at first, but that's normal.
It's just your brain learning how to be quiet again.
Well, I think my coffee is calling me now, and I'm going to leave my phone here on the desk while I drink it.
That sounds like a great plan. I'm going for a walk, and I'll try to look at the trees, not my emails.
Thank you for listening to Pod Studio today. It was nice to have this conversation with you, Emma.
You too, Alex. To everyone listening, thank you for spending your time with us. We hope you feel a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more confident with your English.
Remember, learning a language is also a journey. Some days are easy, some days are hard, but you're doing great.
We'll be back soon with another story and more English to share.
Until then, take care of yourself.
And maybe
put the phone down for a minute.
Just a minute. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.